You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Shall we begin?
Hello and welcome to the Ticket Stub, your favorite place for movie news and reviews. We are here in downtown Conroe in the Lone Star studio. We're coming to you live on 104.5 and 106.1 FM every Thursday. You can also find us on irlonestar.com/TTS. Follow our Twitter at @the_ticketstub and make sure you are subscribing to our podcast feed. And the podcast will drop every Friday morning at 8 a.m. when you're on your way to work. It'll just be there. It'll be waiting for you. We are sponsored by the Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. We're very excited about that sponsorship. My name is Connor. I'm one of the hosts of the show, and I'm in studio with my friend Chris. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. We are hiring at the theater for summer.
Okay.
So if you know anybody,
Can I please work there
maybe
for like a week? I'll do whatever Connor tells me to do. So when Connor goes, "Hey, there's a leak," or "Hey, there's trash cans there's trash cans being thrown around the back. Someone's doing that," and then just call me and be like,
so you'll be my go-to guy.
Yeah, I'll be
Connor's assistant.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
All right.
Well, if you know somebody and you're interested, go to thegrandtheater.com, select employment, select us. Got to be at least 16 years of age and
no prior work experience needed.
No, it's
How
not.
about?
No. I'll
do
teach
you have
them
to
everything
be,
they need to know.
Do you have to be documented?
It would help. Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes.
Okay. It would help. I like it.
Unlike Disney princesses now, you should be documented to work at the Grand Theater, right?
Wasn't that wild?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. There was a tweet, anyways. Long story. Tweet about, anyways. Never mind.
Look it up. Just look up Planned Parenthood Disney tweet, and it got me. My creative juices were flowing because that's a challenge right there.
Of what else the Disney princess?
What to write a Disney princess should be, and like how to fit it into a Disney movie.
All right. Well, I'm Connor. That's Chris, and then you're also hearing from Dick. He's the owner, operator, producer, manager, leader. Extraordinaire, all of those great things. This is the Ticket Stub. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we're every Thursday. We've got a great show coming up today. We are going to do a group rewind. So every episode we rewind movies that we've seen from the last week, and we've started doing once a month. We all watch the same movie, and this month we watched On The Waterfront from 1954. So we'll be doing a group rewind here in a little bit. We will also do some movie news. And we're going to be playing a game called Lost in Translation, where we look at movie titles that get butchered as they get translated back and forth to another language and then back to English again. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, and also we're going to give away tickets to the Grand Theater as we do every episode. So we want to make sure that you know about that. And
it's the Grand Theater. What's it really called? Because you can get this to the Movie Tavern.
Movie Tavern.
Yeah. It's the Grand Theater
and Movie Tavern
and Amstar Cinemas. The tickets also work.
Yeah,
for them as well.
All right, well, cool. But, we're gonna move right into movie news, though.
Amstar.
They're over on the East Coast.
Those East Coasters.
Yeah,
we don't like.
They probably tweeted that Planned Parenthood.
Stop.
Yes, if you got anybody on the East Coast of the Southern East Coast, not New York.
Very specific.
Is there an actual one town that has this one theater? What town is it?
Yeah.
Well,
South Carolina.
Is it Puerto Rico?
No, North Carolina.
Oh, not
Yes,
South.
there's South Carolina.
Okay.
Florida.
Hey, just Google it. If you want to know where Amstars are, if you're taking a road trip up the East Coast.
This show is international, so is there anything else outside the United States that these are good for?
Is the show international?
No. Yeah,
well, they can listen online right now.
You can.
IrelandStar.com.
We got a ton of followers in England.
That's right. I forgot ever since.
Get with it, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, bruh.
And Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Man. Cool. Well, good day.
Really? Is that how they greet each other there in Scotland?
Yeah. Well, good day, mates.
I can see Connor. Connor thinks that's how you address everybody outside the United States. Well, good day.
Well, good
day.
Yeah. Well, my trip to Asia, that really
that
worked
guy
well.
must be a stupid American.
All right. Well, RottenTomatoes.com. We're moving into some movie news. RottenTomatoes.com. I was looking at it for Ready Player One. That's a big movie coming out this weekend. And it actually, Chris, I was a little confused. I looked at Showtime's last night,
right,
and it was already available.
Yes.
Okay.
It comes out today. Well, it came out last night in like a pre-deal.
So they bumped the weekend up. Is that because of Good Friday?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so this is a long weekend. So this will probably, the opening weekend stats for this are going to probably be pretty.
It'll be a 4-day weekend.
Pretty strong.
Well, 5-day, I guess.
Yeah, so it's already out right now in theaters locally. But Ready Player One, this is the big Steven Spielberg movie about the Oasis, where characters. I haven't seen it, but they wear some sort of VR. They go into this Oasis, and this company has said, "Well, are they looking for like a treasure chest?"
I have no idea.
They're looking for something. They have to find something, and the first one there gets the will to this company, which is basically like, I think, the Amazon of the future or something, the company that owns everything, the company that's rich. And so, anyways, I think it looks super cool. In fact, one of my hot takes from a couple weeks ago was I thought this was going to be one of my favorite, or I think I said top 3 movies of the year for me. But the reviews are coming back mostly positive. It's RottenTomatoes.com has it at 79% on the tomato meter, or the thermometer, which is what I like to call it. On the top critics and the regular critics, 81% of audience has liked it so far.
What did the cherries say? Did it say?
Cherry picks?
Yeah.
Cherry flicks? Well, I didn't. I forgot about cherry flicks. But Chris, I'll look it up. But
yes, please.
But tell me, you're at the theater. Have people? I mean, last night, did anybody show up for this? Are you thinking this is going to be a huge? Where would you kind of rank this as far as turnout?
Well, last Easter weekend we had Fast and Furious, Fate of the Furious is what we had last year. So it's not going to be quite as strong as that for a weekend for us, but it should be good. I mean, probably somewhere along the lines of the first Thor movie or something like that, where it wasn't like mega huge, but it was a good solid hit.
Okay, and I feel like you guys aren't as excited about this one as I am. Is that fair to say? I mean, I'm pretty excited. I really am.
I don't watch movies, so I don't
care.
Well,
that is true. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is this is one of those movies that the plot I didn't really care for. I know the book got a lot of good publicity, and then when Steven Spielberg got tied to it, people were like, "Oh, yay, finally!" But then, again, I don't really care. I don't know. I just don't feel motivated to go to the theater to go see this one.
Yeah. Well, but then again, to be fair, what do you feel motivated to go to the theater for?
Deadpool 2.
Oh, you are?
I will be motivated to go see that movie.
So in the last year, you will have seen Deadpool 2, Emoji Movie, and what was the other one you went to? Or was that it?
No, I went to something.
50 Shades?
Yeah, that was it. Man.
Okay, Cherry Picks is not yet started. So
they haven't?
Yeah, no, so it's a theoretical idea. In fact, there is
Are you serious?
There's a website called...
Wait. So when you talked about that 2 weeks ago, it was all theoretical? Like it wasn't...
Well, it's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet.
I mean, everyone says that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There is a website called cherrypicks.com, and it looks like they do news. So I guess they're trying to buy the domain name or something.
We're stuck with Dingleberries.
Oh, great! Now,
the
Dingleberries is gonna be real good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that the name of the website, or was that just the review system?
There's got to be already a Dingleberries.com, I would think.
I would not go to that.
We'll have to.
I would
I don't think I would.
steer clear of the Dingleberries.com. Well, Ready Player One had a $175 million budget, and so the question is it gonna make money?
Yes.
That's my question.
Yeah.
Well, it's got Spielberg on it.
Yeah.
And it's got the actors are okay, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you're looking total run in America will probably be, in the high 180s.
We need
maybe 200,000.
Yeah.
But internationally, I mean, it'll make all of its money back easily.
Well, the problem they're facing is that Avengers comes out when May.
April 26th.
April. So they
have a whole month.
So they have a whole 4-week period run.
Yeah.
And is there anything else really big coming out between now and then that's gonna steal the thunder?
No.
I went and saw Pacific Rim Uprising last night. It wasn't that good. Mm-hmm. I should have seen it coming. I was kind of excited about that one too. But they did the thing which was the same fallback that the new Independence Day movie did, where they reboot it with all these young up and coming characters because they can't get any of the people to return. All the actors from the first one probably don't want to do Pacific Rim 2.
Well, what's weird to me when they do that, they always have to tie it in somehow. So it's it's a son of a
he's the
cousin
son. Exactly.
or something like that.
Yeah,
and
so Idris Elba from the first one,
who wasn't even that big of a part.
Well, he was.
He wasn't inside the.
He was at the end.
But he wasn't in the robots.
At the end, him and what's his name? Wasn't that, or was it the Asian girl? He fought with someone at the end when they go down to the. You didn't see Pacific Rim?
No.
Dude, that's good. It's good. And my biggest beef with Pacific Rim 2 is there wasn't enough robot alien fights. There was some big ones.
They probably didn't have enough money to.
I think that's the big thing. I think that's the other reason probably the actors didn't come back. They couldn't get funding to make it at the same scale. Although Guillermo del Toro was a producer. He didn't write it, didn't direct it, but he still helped produce it. So he was still attached.
Did Doug Jones do all the robot movement?
Yeah, it was all Doug Jones. He did he had to fight himself. So it was really a challenge for him to do that. But the robot stuff, the CGI, it did look pretty cool. Like, that's one thing they do really well, is they make that stuff look good. The plot was ridiculous, obviously. But we're here to talk about Ready Player One. Does anything seem unappealing about this movie to you guys? I know, Dick, you said you just don't even care at all, but...
Well, I thought it was kind of weird that they throw all the nostalgic characters. I know that's part of the book, but I think that's why a lot of people are excited to see it, because they want to be reminded how cool these things are, I guess.
Definitely nostalgia culture is at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, I don't really know how the movie will be able to separate itself into, like, a better place in people's mind besides that.
Well, I agree that, I mean, it looks busy, like there may be way too much going on, but you can't bet against Steven Spielberg. He's the best at what he does. So
Yeah, for sure.
whenever he does stuff.
Well, especially because this is based on something. Whenever it's based on something that exists, that makes me think that the plot, it at least has a chance to be good. You know, when they make up a story out of nowhere and something like this, it could really get muddled. Now, the one problem could be if the book, and I don't know anything about the book, but if it was real long or real involved and real complicated, sometimes that's hard to translate into movies, i.e., what was that stupid Stephen King movie that I hated? Darkest Tower?
The Dark Tower.
Dark Tower? Darkest Tower. Starring Gary Oldman, The Darkest Tower.
That's where Winston Churchill fights Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Dark Tower was so bad. And that book is supposed to be so good, but it's just like they couldn't, I think there was too much. They couldn't get it all transferred over or something like that. So Ready Player One is out right now. I'm excited. That's a spoiler. That's what I'm going to see for next week. That's going to be what I rewind for next week. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be really, really cool. But we'll see. Also, I texted a little bit with Nick Howard, but I didn't have a chance to talk to him until yesterday, and we weren't able to line it up for today. But he worked a little bit on Ready Player One with some of the effects. So I really want to get him to try to call in maybe next week and hear a little bit since it's come out, and I think, if I remember right, when they were filming it, he had to stand in like as an extra at one scene. Like in the opening scene, they're running through the streets of a town or something like that, and he's like the noodle chef at a wok restaurant or something, something like that. Like, but I don't know if that made it. I don't know if he actually made it on the screen or not. So it'd be really cool to hear him talk about the movie that's the biggest opener of the at the time right now. So we'll see, and I think it'll definitely reign supreme until Avengers comes out, and then that'll run the. If we were doing summer block whatever it's called, what did we call that last year? Summer blockbuster contest. If we were doing that, I think Avengers would probably hold the title the whole way. All right, any other thoughts on Ready Player One?
No, I hope it does well for us. I'm excited to check it out.
You get any cool stuff?
No.
Any pins?
No.
You figured they would be doing that because there's so much IPs involved.
What are those charity pins called?
The variety.
Yeah, no variety. See,
they're still doing the gnome thing.
Yeah,
still the gnomes.
That's the last week of those, so you still have time to come out and get $3, and you get a little gnome
Here's the deal.
pin.
Pass it up the line, man. If they had a Ready Player One, if they had an Avengers pin, surely they're doing that. Avengers variety pin.
Well, one of the angles for Ready Player One was basically the conversations Steven Spielberg and the company had to have with all those intellectual properties, because it features a lot of them.
A lot.
And not all owned by whoever's making this movie. So I know there was like a...
Yeah, but he produced like Back to the Future.
But there's a lot more than that. There's video games.
There's Halo.
Yeah, there's a lot of video games involved. And yeah, there was... I think he basically kind of asked permission, I guess, for each one. And he might have had to pay a couple of them.
Sounds like a nightmare. All right, we're going to go to break. When we do, we are going to rewind On The Waterfront. So stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
Let's begin now.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern. Movies, meals, margaritas. These are all things you may be familiar with, but get ready to be reacquainted. Because Movie Tavern is revolutionizing the way America experiences eating, drinking, and cinema. We're doing it by providing a robust in-theater dining service, featuring chef-driven menus, premium quality food and drink, and luxurious seating that completely transforms your movie-going experience. Whether you're looking to spend your date night, family night, or girls' night out here, you'll get the premium, affordable experience you're looking for. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Let's begin now.
We're back on the Ticket Stub, presented by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. If you missed the first segment, yeah, you like that? Oh, how's it taste over there, man?
So good.
Yeah. If you missed the first segment, we did movie news. We talked about Ready Player One. Right now, we're going to do our group rewind. I can't talk today. Group rewind of On the Waterfront. And later in the show, we're going to play a game called Lost in Translation, where we look at the titles of movies that get changed as they get dubbed over in other languages.
Did I have to do anything for that?
No.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. This is all. Don't worry. The rest of us are prepared, and so you just play. All right, it's easy. Group rewind On the Waterfront. This is a movie so we all watched this together. Hope that you were able to watch it. If not, if you're listening to the podcast, you have a little free time. Maybe go ahead and hit pause and check it out on either Filmstruck or rent it on Amazon. Watch it and then tune back in, or watch it and then come back to this segment later on. But On the Waterfront, 1954, directed by Elia Kazan. Is it Elia? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Okay, I think
It's some comic.
Eli Kazan.
I'm pretty sure it's Elia, but anyways, Kazam, or is that Shaq?
Yeah.
Starring Marlon Brando, Carl Madden.
This is a good start.
Carl Malden.
Malden?
Yeah.
Oh, Eva Marie Saint. Sorry.
Is that not what it says?
We're from Texas.
I
We
typed
pronounce
it,
anyway we
but
want.
you typed
I thought it was Maddo.
You don't know? It's Carl Malden.
Okay, well, I'm sure you're right.
Okay.
I don't know old people. Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, and Eva Marie Saint. IMDb plot says an ex-prize fighter turned longshoreman struggles to stand up to his corrupt union bosses. Now, I'm going to lead in with a couple movie facts, and then we can talk about how we felt about On the Waterfront. First off, it had a $910,000 budget, grossed $9.6 million, so it did 10 times budget. Now, I went ahead and converted that to today's dollars. That's about an $8.4 million budget, grossed about $89 million. So
That's a hit.
that's a pretty big hit. Yeah, it won 8 Oscars, including Best Picture, Director, Actor, Supporting Actress, Screenplay, Art Direction, Cinematography, and Film Editing. Pretty much about half of what was available at the time. It's AFI's eighth. They did a 100 movies in 100 years. It was ranked number 8 on that list and number 19th of all time. It's actually based on a true story. Shortly after the film's debut in 1954, the AFL-CIO, whatever that is, expelled the East Coast Longshoremen's Union because it was still run by the mob. So this movie actually affected real change in the world, which I think is kind of a cool point. Mm-hmm. But anyways, Marlon Brando plays a longshoreman, which I had to kind of figure out what that even was in the movie. But they're the
Something
people
with using a hook.
Yeah, they use those. They drape them on their shoulders. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The way they would always have the hook sitting. But I guess they work on the docks and they unload the boats that come in. And the mob ran it and they stole percentage. And the movie is about as he falls in love, he kind of is one of the bad guys, and then kind of has a journey to try to convert. So what do you guys think? We all watched it together. Let's ask this: what were some things that stood out about the movie? Did you watch it, Dick? What? This was your idea.
I know. I had some family issues. I was really busy for the past 2 weeks.
Oh well, I'm
At
glad we
9.
weren't busy. I'm glad we weren't busy, Chris. Yeah, made it happen.
I plan on watching it though. I watched the first 15 minutes of it.
Okay. Well, what'd you think? Was it pretty?
It's an old movie.
Yeah, it is an old movie. All right, Chris.
Yes.
You watched it, right?
I did watch it.
Okay.
From
Otherwise,
start
it's gonna
to
be
finish.
Me too. Thank
Yes.
you. Well, okay. What do you think?
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great.
Okay.
I thought that it was directed very well, and I thought the supporting actors were fantastic. Carl Malden was awesome as the
Carl
priest.
Madden?
Yeah, Carl Madden.
Yeah,
Carl
okay,
Baldwin.
Yeah, he was the priest.
Awesome as the priest. Eva Marie Saint was so good.
She was probably my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, she was really, really good. Marlon Brando, I'm gonna get blasted for this.
No,
He was just
I'm with
okay.
you. I'm with you.
He was just okay.
I'm with you. What was his accent he was doing the whole time? I mean, like, I know he was
Marlon
trying
Brando?
to, but he was doing. That's not his normal voice, though, is it?
It is. Yeah.
Is that how he talks?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I really older movies is definitely a blind spot for me in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
But I know he's the king or whatever. Like everyone worships Marlon Brando as the greatest guy. He was. I felt like it was overacted in every single scene.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And maybe that was part of the era too, though. Was like overacting. I mean, I think it obviously was, and if you watch the rest of the movie, it definitely was. But I just feel like I don't know what he really brought to the table. I was just thinking if they first off, he's like a worse Tom Hardy to me when I was just seeing him at that age with the way he
Yeah.
looks. He kind of I kept thinking like that looks. And
Yeah.
he was a fighter, which Tom Hardy's played.
Yeah.
You know, some of those characters. What was up with his eyebrow?
I think he had gotten punched in the face on both eyebrows, and I think they tried to make him wounded. But
Yeah.
but because we're watching it in HD, which it was never meant to be watched, it's kind of like distracting slightly.
It's like the quality's too good now
Yes.
for a film like this.
Yeah.
Chris, what? No, I know you said it was really well directed, and again, I know that just filmmaking changes over time. And now, like the average cuts per minute is like 3 times higher than it was in a
Right.
movie. In
Probably
a movie like this.
worse.
Do what?
Probably worse than that.
Oh, maybe more than that. Yeah, but I know it's a ton. I mean, they're cutting. It's like every 2 seconds there's a cut in a modern movie. Man, but when you go back and watch, when you're used to that, and you go back and watch a movie like this, it feels like they stay like 3 seconds too long on every. That was one of the things I was thinking. Like every time something would happen, it would be a reaction shot of the crowd, and it would be like a 4 Mississippi just on their faces as they're like watching what's happening or whatever. And I'm like, golly, this, and to me that makes. I think that's part of the reason why older movies are hard for modern audiences to watch sometimes.
Pacing.
The pacing feels so slow because I think it's a lot of it's the cutting like that.
Well, I tell you, one time I made a movie about.
Whoa!
I did.
Humble brag over
It was
here.
about a killer teddy bear, and
Okay.
I made it on
How
one
can
of
we
those-
access this movie?
I gotta find
Group
it. I don't know where
rewind.
it is.
Group.
No, I gotta
I
find
can't
it.
say group rewind.
But I did, but I made it on a pen camera, and the pen camera could only record for 10 seconds at a time
Why did you do that?
because that's all I had. So, and I made
I have a
it.
camera that can only record 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Perfect for a movie.
Right, yeah. So I made it. So no shot was longer than 10 seconds. And the
Okay.
pacing of the movie was awesome.
Yeah. 'cause
Like,
it
there was
just
no,
dot,
like-
dot, dot, dot,
yeah,
dot,
For a
dot.
cocaine addict.
No.
How
no,
long
no,
was
no.
it?
It was good. 10 seconds is the longest time.
Was it a feature-length movie? Please say yes.
No, it was probably like a half hour or something like that.
About a killer teddy bear?
Yeah, it was called Dear Teddy. Yeah.
Where, like,
I made 2 of them, actually.
Teddy
Dear
Returns?
It's something I can't remember what it was called.
It
I
better-
gotta find them. I'll have
Yes.
to bring them. But anyway,
Why
about
have you never,
pacing.
Chris? Okay, we host a movie show together. Sometimes you don't tell us things about your life that
I
I
don't
feel
remember.
like are very relevant to the fact that we
Well,
host
he doesn't tell you, and I don't watch any of the movies. So what do you do?
everything. I guess
So,
I don't know. Yeah,
That's why people tune in just for Connor.
I guess no, but like, hey, just for all 3 of us sitting in the studio together, if any of us have made a movie or starred in a
I've
movie,
made several. I've made several home movies.
Okay,
I see.
yeah, recently. Anyways,
I'm just kidding. Though. I've made a couple high school.
you've talked about it.
We've done period pieces.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we did
Wow.
The Jungle,
What does that mean?
the book, The Jungle.
No, I don't read books either.
Okay.
What book is that?
About the meat market problems they had.
Oh,
in
is that like?
Chicago.
Okay, I have heard about that.
We made it into. It was perfect because my parents were building a house by the railroad tracks,
Yeah.
and so it was about halfway through building the process. So we filmed all the interior scenes at the house where it was like half built, so it looked real crappy. And then we did the walk, like, because the railroad tracks play a part in the book, and so it was perfect. And then we got in trouble because we did the birthing scene,
Ooh.
and it was great. And yeah, I'll show it to you guys if I find it. It was.
I feel like this is Dick's contribution to On the Waterfront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
well, cool. Okay, well, thank you. So any other movies y'all have made, we could always talk about
yeah.
those because that would be great. So,
It'd be great.
it'd be great. So, I also felt like there was some plot hole. This movie won Best Screenplay. I didn't feel like the screenplay was good.
You could skip a rock off this screenplay. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Very little plot. It's very simple.
And to me, it was confusing at times because, like, for instance, there would be a scene. I was trying.
I'm just gonna point it out. We confirmed it was simple, and then he goes, "It was confusing." I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, no, the overall plot is simple. Like it's A to B to C. But what was confusing is the character decision making. Let me be a little clearer.
Okay.
Because it would be in a moment where Marlon Brando, and I was trying to remember I tried to commit to memory the exact scene of what happened, but they were telling him to go do something, and he's like, "No, I'd never do that." All right, let's go. You know, and like there was no reason for why he shifted like 180 degrees on what it was he was going to do. And same with Eva Marie Saint. Why did she like him? I guess because he was exotic.
He just pursued her, and she just kind of went with it.
Wasn't a lot of options back then.
She didn't want to go back to the girls' school deal, and so
she didn't want to go back to the nunnery or whatever. But on their first date, she was like repulsed by him. Yeah. Until all of a sudden, it was like she was like. I just feel like they didn't do a good job, in my mind, of developing that relationship.
I've seen it happen in real life.
You didn't have that same relationship when you first met?
Well, yeah, Lindsay. Yeah, she was repulsed for a long.
Holly thought I was a dog.
I've seen a girl just absolutely hated him, and he just kept after it, and then they're married.
Wow.
Today.
Very in love.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
It could happen.
I don't know.
They had to condense it down into under 2 hours.
Well, they had to condense it down into like 5 sentences.
Yeah.
Where they went from. I mean, she was ultimately repulsed by him, and then all of a sudden was in love. But yeah, I'd say those were the biggest things for me was the unclear motivation of the character, and then the slow pace. But overall, it was by the end, I was involved. You know, I liked it. It had the classic. I could have been a contender. Yeah. Which I didn't realize was from this movie. You know, I mean, you know that line just because it's kind of out in the world. But I didn't realize it was from this. That was I saw AFI voted that like the 3rd best line of all time or something.
Did you see in the beginning of the movie that I wrote down a couple of things that I really thought were cool about it? There was a guy eating a sandwich in the beginning. They're on the docks.
Yeah.
You saw that.
I remember the sandwich.
And it's like he looks like he tries to take a small bite, but the whole sandwich like falls apart, kind of. And he has like this huge sandwich hanging out of his mouth, and then you can tell that it's just disgusting. And then it looks like he tries not to laugh.
I don't remember a lot about the sandwich. I remember him eating it.
So I like that, and I also thought it was cool that Fred Gwynn was in there as one of the henchmen guys, and he Herman Munster from the Munsters TV show. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Was he the main henchman? Like the kind of?
No, he's one of the. He came off as like special needs kind of.
Ooh.
But.
Okay, well I don't remember.
I don't know if that was meant to be.
Probably
that way,
not. Probably not.
Just that super tall guy.
Okay, I remember the real tall guy. There was one scene I think where Marlon Brando's waiting for the main guy to come back, and he's the one who's like, he's not here, you know. And anyway.
Your impressions are spot on. I haven't seen the movie, so I'm really.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're watching it right now?
I know. I saw the movie a long time ago because that first influence of I want to like movies a lot. Yeah. So this is always top 10. So I watched it a long time ago, and I do remember it being really boring, and especially the ending. I remember the ending just ending. And I was like,
well, there's kind of the emotional.
No,
there's kind of the emotional climax.
That is one thing at the end that I was kind of like, I didn't get.
Was it a little?
Well,
why that was a big deal?
Marlon Brando's all beat up, okay, and it's like he can't stand up, he can't do anything, and he's laying on the ground, and they're trying to say, get up, you gotta go walking. And he's like, no, get me on my feet. Then they get him on his feet, and he's like, am I on my feet? Like he doesn't know. Okay, so
that's actually pretty good Brando right there.
Please continue doing that.
But then he goes and he just convincingly just walks with stern conviction, like straight up the thing, right up the ramp, and.
I guess I didn't get why the mobsters didn't just kill him.
Yeah, I don't know.
They killed several other people, and they were very fine.
Oh, you know what though? They took all the guns. The bad guy took all their guns.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so all they could do is beat him.
I guess just punch him.
Oh, current, political climate commentary.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, look what happens. Oh, you see?
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
Maybe if there was some teachers
Hands
around,
up,
some armed teachers around.
You don't know if you're on your feet.
That's true.
That's what it means.
Oh, I'm a fit.
I'm a fit. It sounds like Jimmy Fallon doing Marlon Brando.
I could have been a contender.
All right, well, we got to go to break. That was Group Rewind of On the Waterfront. On the Waterfront. All in all, I'm glad I saw it. Glad to have seen it.
Yes, it is worth seeing. Carl Malden is so awesome as the priest in this movie.
What's up with his nose, dude?
Favorite character. That's just his deal.
His nose is messed up.
Whoa, where are we going with that?
What do you mean?
We're going to be politically correct on this show. Okay?
Well, he's just got a jacked up nose. All right, well, we have rewound movies. We've talked about news. When we come back, we're going to play a game called Lost in Translation. So stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
Stay with us.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern. Movies, meals, margaritas. These are all things you may be familiar with, but get ready to be reacquainted. Because Movie Tavern is revolutionizing the way America experiences eating, drinking, and cinema. We're doing it by providing a robust in-theater dining service featuring chef-driven menus, premium quality food and drink, and luxurious seating that completely transforms your movie-going experience. Whether you're looking to spend your date night, family night, or girls' night out here, you'll get the premium, affordable experience you're looking for. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
We're back on the Ticket Stub. Sorry, I'm thinking about the game. We're coming to you live every Thursday on 104.5 and 106.1 in the Conroe area, worldwide on irlonestar.com/TTS. Make sure you're following our Twitter at @_TicketStub. That's how we're going to communicate with fans, how we're going to talk about giving away tickets, everything like that. And also make sure you are subscribed to the podcast. Tell a friend, everybody, right now, in your mind. Imagine one friend you could tell about the Ticket Stub. They'll press pause and send them a text and tell them to listen, tune in right now. And if everybody tells one friend, then all of a sudden we're worldwide. So, actually, we're already worldwide. Sorry.
Then we're contenders.
Marlon's here, guys. Marlon's here. If you don't, we're bringing in the big guests now, so it's worth telling somebody about. We are sponsored by the Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good, and so we're very grateful for that sponsorship. We're gonna play a game called Lost in Translation.
So good. Can we do a Marlon Brando impersonation of eating? Perfect.
So during the break, there was a little bit of controversy about how Chris and Dick are going to buzz in for the game. I think we're going to do the trusty table slap. Dick doesn't like that because it gives Chris extra time to think.
No, he literally, he admitted that. When I don't know it, at least I can hit it down and think about it.
Well, that's why I said they got 10 seconds on
But
Jeopardy.
that's how it is in real games. You buzz in and then you have a minute. They give you like a couple seconds to think before they, and then you.
No, the whole idea is we trust that you know the answer because you beeped in.
Yeah, but like in Jeopardy, like you said, they all just like try to buzz in as fast as possible, and then they have a couple seconds to think before they have to. We're gonna do table slap. My game, my rules. All right. So here's the game. It's called Lost in Translation. For this game, I will give Dick and Chris the exact translation of a movie title as they have dubbed it into Spanish. So what happens is they take a movie and it's an English-made movie. When they dub it into Spanish, they give it a different title. They don't usually just take the exact same words and translate them.
This is only Spanish?
It's all from Spanish, yeah. Okay. But I'm going to be saying it in English again. So it's from English to Spanish back to English, if that makes sense. Yeah. So my example was, the movie. This is one of the ones from the website I pulled it from. The movie Superbad was translated into Spanish. They didn't say super bad because that wouldn't mean anything, I guess, in Spanish to the people who watched it. So they call it super cool would be the English transliteration of the Spanish word. It'd probably like El Supero Culo or whatever, in the actual Spanish. And yes, Supremo cool.
Okay. I'm trying to follow.
So I'm going to tell you some English words that will be the literal translation of the Spanish title that they have made it into. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
I know it's confusing to say it that way. Okay. Well, here we go. We're just going to get started. The best way to learn is to play.
He's going to slap the table regardless.
Hey, well then slap faster.
Oh, I will.
Okay, well, the best way to learn is to
Slap contest right now.
Yeah, okay, so you slap, and I have to call on you before you just blurt your answer out, okay? Because the slap wins. All right, so the first one, and I'm going to give you a little tidbit about the movie as well to help you understand what it is.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, the first one, I'm calling it a bro comedy from 2009. I didn't even tell you the title yet.
He slapped, though.
Well, when can you?
Okay, go ahead. Now.
Step Brothers.
No. Okay, now it's Dick, your turn. The title that they gave it is What Happened Yesterday. Bro comedy from 2009.
Dude, where's my car?
From 2009? Okay, y'all are both wrong. Chris, do you have another guess? 2009, What Happened Yesterday?
No.
How's that not? I mean, I don't know what
Dude,
year.
Where's My Car is from like 2000 or something.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, I mean-
It was The Hangover. The Hangover.
Oh yeah.
What Happened Yesterday? They all got.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't remember? Y'all okay?
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be fun. All right, the next one is a 90s critically acclaimed film that manipulated time. And the Spanish title is Violent Times. Is this too hard? Yeah.
12 Monkeys.
No.
Violent Times.
Manipulated time, I think, is my big helpful hint on that one.
There's a lot of time travel movies.
Time Jumpers.
No.
Is that a movie in the 90s?
I don't know.
Maybe manipulated time. Maybe y'all are thinking in the wrong terms here. Like where the film was not linear time. Like they moved, like the timeline.
Time
of
Cop.
No.
Back to the Future.
Pulp Fiction is the correct answer. That movie is filmed
That
out
was
of sequence.
horrible.
The Clue.
No,
is the
that
worst.
movie is known for manipulating. Like they use the term manipulated time when they talk about the movie Pulp Fiction.
How did Pulp
'Cause
turn
it happened-
into that? Like
Oh,
Pulp,
Violent Times. I have no idea why.
Pulp. Oh, you think they would be like apples or something?
Apples.
I mean, they don't
Because they have a lot of pulp, don't they?
Oranges, maybe.
Whatever fruit has
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah, orange non-fact. Pulp Fiction.
All right, go to the next one.
All right. This is a archetypal 80s movie with a red-haired lead called Looking for a Boyfriend. Yeah.
16 Candles?
That's right. Good job, Dick.
Look at that.
See? Looking for a boyfriend.
How many are there?
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
A couple of questions? That's
Oh, no, there's plenty of questions. I thought you meant how many 80s movies like that are.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I probably got like 5 more. All right.
Oh.
Next one, 90s family comedy about a young boy called My Poor Little Angel. What?
Dennis the Menace.
No.
Oh, so can you repeat that?
90s family comedy about a young boy. If you don't get this, I can add a clue.
No.
90s
then
family
y'all can both
comedy
recall.
Oh, okay.
about a boy.
Yeah. Called, I think, My Poor Little Angel.
I have no idea.
Including home invaders. Yeah,
Home Alone.
that's right.
I can't believe you didn't automatically go to hit the buzzer, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
When I was
yeah.
adding the clue, it was re-up for everybody.
Hit a
Okay.
brain fart.
Okay, another 80s classic featuring teenagers who hit every stereotype called The Club of the Five. Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
That is right. All right, Chris is on the board now. The Club of the Five.
Hey, you just have to do it once.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw that
He
out
just
there.
gets excited. All right, this is a strange. This is limited clues, but I think it's gonna be easy. Strange animated film called Jack's Weird World. Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
that is correct. That is correct.
Oh yeah.
All
so
right.
we're tied. We're tied up.
We're tied up. Okay, I got 2 more. Maybe we should just have 1 more because this will be the tiebreak round. Okay, 1 more. Long, boring Tom Hanks film. Unexpected Miracles. Yeah, sorry. What?
Castaway.
No. Long, boring Tom Hanks film called Unexpected Miracles.
What year?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. Late 90s.
Is Julia Roberts late
No.
90s, you said?
Maybe early. I don't know. I don't want to give a date and be way off. All right, here we go. New clue added. Prison. Yeah.
Green Mile.
Boom!
Yeah.
Unexpected Miracles. He heals that. Remember that the dude? He's like, let me see. Let me put my hands on you, or whatever he says, and he heals
Yeah,
the dude.
I like it when they say that.
You like it when they put the hands on him? All right, I got 1 more just for fun. Chris already won, but we might as well play this one. Dumb rom-com from 2004, set in Hawaii. Title: As If It Were the First Time.
Me Before You.
No.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
No.
No, it's probably on. Say it again. I'll try it this time.
Dumb rom-com from 2004 set in Hawaii as if it were the first time.
Oh, 50 First Dates.
That is right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
50 First Dates.
That is correct. All right. So yeah, apparently there's a website. They had like 37 of these. I thought 37 would probably be too many. But Chris, congratulations on your big win. I know
it's about time. I mean, I just got the Golden Dude and like nothing else, so it's nice to get another one up.
The Golden Dude. What do you mean nothing else? That's like the biggest thing we have.
No,
here.
I know, but I haven't won anything since then.
Kids these days, they're so entitled, Dick. They win the Golden Dude, and then they don't win the very next thing, and all of a sudden they, no appreciation for.
You just gotta look in the mirror every day and be like, I'm already a winner.
There you go.
Right?
That's what I say.
Just call just call Mom up every day and say, Mom, what do you think of me? Aren't I pretty swell?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris won Lost in Translation. Right. Yeah, that didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Yeah. Still 20 minutes left.
Yeah. Whoa, we gotta go. You know what? Let's head to break. When we come back, we will
we don't usually head to break. I'm not kidding.
I know. But hey, we're brought to you by the Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. We're going to break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show, talk about what movies we're going to do next week, talk about the grand ticket giveaway for next week here on the Ticket Stub.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern. Movies, meals, margaritas. These are all things you may be familiar with, but get ready to be reacquainted. Because Movie Tavern is revolutionizing the way America experiences eating, drinking, and cinema. We're doing it by providing a robust in-theater dining service featuring chef-driven menus, premium quality food and drink, and luxurious seating that completely transforms your movie-going experience. Whether you're looking to spend your date night, family night, or girls' night out here, you'll get the premium, affordable experience you're looking for. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? The Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, President of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Let's begin, pal.
We're back on the Ticket Stub, here to close out the show. We got a couple more things to talk about. You missed us earlier on. We talked movie news about Rotten Tomatoes and what they're thinking about Ready Player One, our opinions, what we think. It's out in theaters now. Go check it out. Also, if you want a job at the Grand Theater and you live in Conroe, grandtheater.com/employment or whatever, and you can figure out how to do that.
Zero perks, though.
No, you get free movies. You get
not Disney movies
for a certain amount of time. But yes.
You mean you get to see like a certain amount of the movie?
No. Disney, you can't see those like the opening weekend, but after that.
So when I was in high school, I went and applied at the movie theater. I did not get hired, which is kind of stuck with me. Tinseltown in the Woodlands, which stuck with me because I still feel like that would have been the perfect first job for me with the free movies and everything.
It is a great first job.
And
it really
and now I have to like have a job that pays a little bit more than being a popcorn person at the Grand, and so I probably missed my window. Maybe when I'm old. Y'all hire like senior citizens to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a senior citizen out there and you're bored, you're sitting on the couch, nothing to do, go work for the Grand, and you can watch free movies. That's like double. That's a double whammy. You get movies and a job, purpose, and a hobby at the same time.
And they serve beer.
So you can just get crunk all day while you're at work, right?
No.
You should convert that party room into a bar.
Well, we should do that side concession area into a bar.
Ooh,
but,
both those are good ideas.
Yeah.
Double bar.
Or you should put all those gnome pins over there.
What reason?
You know what I'm talking about?
I know the gnome pins.
Yeah.
I know the little party room.
Yeah.
Do people use that room?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Good birthday party.
You'd be surprised.
Also,
Yeah.
if you have a birthday party, if you want a
Yeah,
job,
birthday
Do you
party.
guys have an arcade?
Yeah.
Dick, are you kidding me?
I've been there
It's like-
twice, but I mean, I was getting beer, so let's be real.
It's like a huge arcade right off to the side.
Yeah.
Do y'all make money off of that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it does really well.
All right. Well, there you go.
Sure does.
I want to go check this out.
Yeah, it's called the theater.
Do you manage that, or is that someone else managing that?
There's a third-party vendor that
Ooh, gross.
keeps it up and running for us. No, but they're really good.
Yeah, but it's like $1 per game.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, video games are expensive now.
No, if you're a good arcade, you always do the quarter, man.
What are you talking? Where is there an arcade that does a quarter?
Willowbrook Mall had one back
Okay,
when I was young.
Willowbrook Mall.
Hey,
They
incredible
had a theater.
Pizza.
They had a theater. It was
Yeah.
right next to it.
Incredible Pizza. They use them cards.
So
Oh,
it's
so it's
probably
main
even,
event.
It's probably even more than $1 then. 'Cause
All right,
that's how they
the
get you.
ticket stub with your hot arcade talk whenever you need it. But anyways, so we are going to do grand ticket giveaway. Or the question for the grand ticket giveaway has to do with Ready Player One. In an interview, Steven Spielberg said that Ready Player One was the third most difficult movie he had ever made in his career. What do you think the first and second most difficult movies? Y'all don't guess this, okay,
Well,
Chris?
wouldn't it-
Chris,
Yeah, I know.
okay.
Well, no, you gotta reword that. It's not what do you think.
Or
Or
what-
It's like what are?
Well, what are? But what do you
Because
think?
he said it, right?
What do you think the correct answer is? I guess would be the question.
Okay.
Yeah, not what do you imagine in your mind, but there is a right answer for the first and second. But yeah, try to guess what the first and second most difficult movies to make were. Where Ready Player One, he said, was the third most difficult movie. That's a pretty good question, right? Topical about Ready Player One. So you can either send us a message or you can do it at the ticketstubpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us at @the_ticketstub, or you can call in at the number I can never remember. Dick,
936-647-3776.
did that guy ever call back asking for more hot chicks?
There's been a couple other random ones about package pickups. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know. I feel like people are like outside the studio and it's kind of like, let's get them this time, guys.
There's like, I guess people just call random phone numbers. I don't know. Okay, so Dick, you were saying off air that at the Cannes Film Festival they're banning.
Like, yeah, is it con?
It is.
They change it. I think they changed
Yeah,
it.
No,
they-
I'm sorry. It's the Can. Film
Yeah,
Festival.
it's
I
whatever
think
is the French
I'm
one.
telling you, I promise you that they change it because at some point it was Cannes and then it was Cannes and maybe it's back to Cannes.
It's never been Canes.
It's never been the Raising
We're-
Cannes
who
Film
cares?
Festival
Whatever it is, whatever the French one is, I was reading that they banned Netflix from allowing entry.
because of what?
Well, there's a stipulation to enter a film is you have to show it in a French theater, and then I think there was some issue. Basically, they didn't want to show Netflix movies.
Are they trying to kind of box out these new style movies?
I don't know. I mean, it might be the art industry part of it, saying like you're not film. And I know Steven Spielberg's even said that.
That it's not film.
It shouldn't be considered a film. And like Martin Scorsese maybe commented on it. I mean, I really don't know. I think.
Well, I mean, of course, these guys, it's their competition, so why would they be?
Well, what's strange about it to me is like, what would happen if they had dual releases? Like because I know Amazon released a couple of their movies in the theater to be considered for the Oscars.
Well, The Big Sick, for instance.
So yeah, The Big Sick, and then
Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, that was their first big one. And does that still apply? Does that criticism still apply?
I think it's easy for people like Spielberg to say that because the whole thing that this Amazon Netflix deal has done is it's opened the door for there to be a ton more people to have an opportunity because there's more studios making more movies. There's more. So if you're Steven Spielberg, you're going to get your movie made no matter what. So you don't really care. What you don't want is for people to stop going to the theater to see your movie. So you probably want the pool to kind of. Although outwardly they would say like, oh, we love art, and so we just want the art. What they really love is making money, I think, and so they want their movies to be as successful as possible. So I could see why someone like him might say that.
I'd be interested to see the overall numbers of theaters of last year because over the past, I would say, 10 years of theater going, from what I've seen, is there's like 6 blockbusters per year, and they make 200 million or more. And then there's the scary movies, who don't doesn't cost them anything. They make like 50 to 90 million. But then I don't really know anything in between. Like, what does the romantic comedy make? Is it profitable?
Yeah, I think those are hit or miss for sure. But, the scary movie has got to be the best return on investment out of anything. Don't you think?
Depending on the budget, yeah.
It just seems like they're mostly low. They're mostly a low budget.
Yeah.
Like they're like $20 million or less for those horror movies.
Those art movies, besides Shape of Water, they didn't cost too much to make, from what I understand. Like the Three Billboards didn't.
Yeah, but those don't make any money though. Like Three Billboards.
Oh no, zero.
Yeah.
But they get.
What they do is they bring like the prestige. So it's almost like cars. Like a car company may have the top of the line car, but they don't sell that many units of it. But they get to you see a Lamborghini driving around or whatever. And you're like,
So
man.
it's just to get credibility. So it's like from the studio that brought you
exactly.
Academy Award-winning Three Billboards, Roadhouse 4,
Exactly.
something like that.
Yeah. By the way, Sharknado. Speaking of remakes, Sharknado
Remakes? You mean continuations?
or continuations? Yeah. Sorry, it's a sequel.
Because they're remaking it.
I'd
watch it.
The final Sharknado, they're going to do time travel and it's going to overlap the plot of the first Sharknado. It's going to go full circle to reconnect.
Man, if they start, because one thing I do love, because I've seen, I think, Sharknado 1 through 4.
Are you okay? You can't see On the Waterfront, but you've seen the 4 Sharknado.
But one thing I love about this movie is they try to explain why there's sharks in tornadoes, but then they forget, they don't complete the sentence, basically. Because they're like, oh, man, why does this keep happening? We got to figure this out. It's some phenomenon. And then they kind of get a little deeper in it. Like, oh, man, why is it? Oh, we got to get out of here. And that's the end.
Oh, they don't, okay.
They never, complete.
Because in the first one, it's like a tornado just accidentally picks up sharks, right?
That's what you think. And then they try to explain.
Oh, but they go deeper
they try to go deeper into it.
Does it have to do with global warming? Somehow the polar ice caps?
If I remember correctly, the second one had that, because the second one opens up, they're in Washington, and they're talking about that, because they think that's what's caused. And in the third one, they realize it's. I don't know if it's gone down to there's an evil mastermind or anything like that, but it's.
He's blasting hot air out over a cold water.
Well, the
climate.
first one really wasn't that bad in a sense of it was very, very entertaining, and it was a perfect amount of stupid.
Yeah.
And then the next ones, it just kind of every scene had stupid in it. I'm like, no, you gotta keep moving here, guys.
Gotta reel in the stupid. All right. Well, this last segment has been random thoughts with Connor, Dick, and Chris. We're going to wind up the ticket stub here. I do want to talk about what movies we're going to see for next week so everybody knows what they can watch to join in. I already saw Pacific Rim 2. I don't know that it's really worth spending a whole rewind talking about, but I am going to see Ready Player One and come ready to talk about that. Chris?
I'm going to see a movie from the 80s called Real Men. And it's Jim Belushi.
Is it R-E-E-L? And are they fishermen?
No, it's R-E-A-L.
Oh, they're actual men.
Yes, they are actual men.
Is this like a trans rights movie, or is this?
No, it's Jim Belushi and John Ritter.
Okay.
And they team
up. I like
up.
John Ritter.
Yeah, they team up. Jim Belushi's like a CIA agent, and John Ritter's some other guy. I don't know.
Okay,
right.
not an agent.
But they team up to give something to some aliens, that are coming down to visit, like secret agents.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a comedy. It's supposed to be good. Or I don't know if it's supposed to be good. I just got a Roku.
Oh.
And it's free on there, so I'm gonna check it out.
I got this new app called TUBI or something like that. Tubi TV. It's actually kind of lame, but the advertisement hooked me in with all the movies it's supposed to have available for free. But I haven't actually looked that closely at it. It had The Rock on the main thing that's free, and it was The Rock. And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. Dick, what about you? What are you gonna watch?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Maybe On the Waterfront.
Yeah, maybe. I probably need to finish it. Probably need to do something for the show. I don't know.
That Amazon rental only goes 48 hours. So, or do you have Crackle? Or no, what's it called?
Filmstruck.
Do you have Filmstruck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big Criterion fan.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I have several.
Do you?
Yeah.
They're usually quite a bit more.
I think I have about 30 Criterion films.
Is it a bunch of bonus features? What is it that makes those
It just
better?
depends. How I purchase it is depending on how many commentaries they have, and then also all the documentaries that come with it. Because some of them are really interesting, and then some of them have film historians that commentary on it, which are somewhat hit or miss. But some of them come with books, and then I just like all the information that goes into making movies, especially the old movies. Yeah. Because On the Waterfront, that was made in 1952.
54.
54?
Was released in 54.
The same year as the original Godzilla.
Oh. So, but there's a lot to go into a movie back then. It wasn't just like today where Netflix can pay you $30 million and you make this great movie. So,
speaking of that, I didn't even talk about the fact that I went and saw a movie that's in theaters right now called Unsane.
Yes.
Dude, it's the one. It was the one shot entirely on. I forgot you'd mentioned that movie was shot entirely on iPhone 10s.
I think I was saying iPhone 10s.
Yeah, and yeah, that's right. And you said it here on the show, I think, or maybe just in studio. I forgot. Showed up to this movie. I was like, this movie looks like it's shot on a phone. I was like, wait a minute, and I looked it up, and it was the same one.
Yeah.
Dude, dark, Dark.
Yeah, is it dark as like a Disney princess having an abortion?
Yeah, it's similar to that.
Oh, wow.
It's similar.
That's pretty dark.
It deals heavily with stalkers, and so a girl being stalked and
Beanstalk.
not being.
Oh, okay.
She is currently someone is stalking her. The act of stalking, and it is about as dark a movie as I've seen in a long time. Especially towards the end, a lot of kind of is she crazy or is she not stuff going on. Interesting in theaters. If you don't care about Ready Player One or Pacific Rim, you want something dark, creepy, scary. Unsane. Weird title.
Well, since it's a
weird
phone,
movie.
you can put it into smaller
I got a
places.
question for y'all before we leave. You know that movie come out with John Cena called like Bird Blockers?
Oh, yes.
Can you say the title? Because the
Oh.
title just has the image.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
I
I think everybody's just calling it blockers.
How are you gonna order a ticket for that at the Grand?
That's what I'm trying to
Good
figure out. I
question.
saw it's coming out April 6th. I was like, I wonder
Maybe you need a
what they're-
sign. Maybe you need a sign in the
what
ticket
they're doing
booth.
for that.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
Nobody can say the word Ouija.
It is called
That's
blockers.
true. What-
It is called blockers.
Oh, it is called
So yeah, they're.
So the image is just for dramatic effect, I guess.
I almost said I was like.
All right, well, that's been us on the Ticket Stub. Tune in next week. We'll do more rewinds. We'll play more games, and we'll give away 2 tickets to the Grand. We want to thank our sponsor, Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. For Dick and Chris, this is Connor signing off on the Ticket Stub.
Thank you for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station. Don't forget to check out this show and many others across the Lone Star Community Radio Network, either live on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, the Lone Star Internet Radio app, or irlonestar.com's live audio stream, and on replay on podcast, Channel 12's Our City TV in Conroe, or Channel 21 KVQT in Houston, and of course their YouTube channel. This production is copyrighted and all rights are reserved by Lone Star Community Radio. Have a question regarding this program or other Lone Star Community Radio shows? Want to sponsor or start your own show? Call the station message line at 936-647-3776 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.